Hi, my name is Lieutenant Gary Aswalt, and it's been quite a while since I did a tour of a Cold War map. I guess I was too distracted by not liking the game at all. So, you know what? Let's just knock out the rest of these DLC maps in one single video. So welcome to a tour of every new Cold War map that you've already forgotten about: Echelon, DriveIn, Slums, Zoo, Amerika, and Deprogram. Strap in. First, let's talk about Echelon. Located on top of a German broadcast facility, Echelon breaks up the flow of a standard map by having giant holes in the middle, some of which you can jump over, and some of which you can't. Run along the edges to rub your parkour skills into your friends' faces while also getting there in the same amount of time. Then moving over to DriveIn, where it looks like the devs finally remembered what game this is a sequel of and started going back to Black Ops DLC maps? DriveIn is basically the same as it always was. A dilapidated drive-in theater during a time where they weren't dilapidated yet, which centers on a huge no man's land that if you walk through, you'll be forcibly silenced by the theater attendants even though the movie hasn't started yet. After that, it looks like they also remade Zoo from Black Ops 1. Now this map I remember fondly from my glory days, running across the monorail, hanging out in the animal prisons, and doing a little bird watching. But loading into it now, the map feels off. Something about the colors, or maybe the fact that it's been 10 years since I've played it last, or maybe it's because they just sliced half the map off. Yeah, that's probably it. And I have no idea why they chose this specific map to do that with, when the rest of the remakes in this game are perfectly one-to-one. It'd be like if they remade Star Wars for the 68th time, and this go around when they got up to Empire, they decided to just cut all mention of Darth Vader and add some color correction. You know, just to be wacky. And on the topic of remakes, we've also been gifted Slums. It's Slums. Then Amerika finally takes us to the one location from the campaign that we've all been waiting to see. Inside of a Russian training ground modeled to look like good old US of A, Amerika is complete with a movie theater, bar, and burger town with a Russian menu? Is this an actual operating burger town for the Soviets while on break? Because the rest of the town is 100% English, right down to the prices outside on the sign. Wait, only 30 cents for a child-sized juice? That's a bargain! And finally, the last map is Deprogram. The entire map takes place inside of Adler's numbers-infested head, clashing elements from previous DLC maps into one collage, full of glitches and dreamlike effects, like Stitch just creepily watching you from the great beyond. Scattered around are red doors that when you step inside of, you're instantly teleported to a lab in the center, which doubles as the set of every cut video. Now these maps all look great, and I'm sure that they also play great. If I were to play them. See, this is the part of the video where I wrap everything up into a perfectly worded metaphor and speak heroically as the music builds, like I'm giving a speech at the end of Independence Day, but honestly, I just don't care. It's the last DLC, and it's normal by the time we make it here to be burnt out, but I'm not burnt out, I'm just bored. And thus ends another year, not with a bang, but with a burger sizzle. And where do we stand? Well, like these final flyover maps, Cold War feels forgotten, both by us, the players, but also by the devs themselves. They played it safe, going back to a favorite sub-series, using all the same mechanics we know and love, but they did it in a way that was completely devoid of any character, any life, and it made every little thing feel hollow, like it was always secondary to the real game, that, in my opinion, had already run its course. Oh guys, but they brought the Gulag back! Never mind, greatest update ever, totally gonna beat Battlefield 2042. And that's where I'll end today's tour. Thank you so much for watching. I also want to shout out our $10 channel members, Gordorokos, Aiju Kryas, Sacred Moose, and Shane M. Thank you guys so much for your support. Now, if everyone can please exit through the gift shop, you can buy Judge Dredd, because that's relevant.